everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. We'll see that. Defending world champion Boston Celtics taking on the Milwaukee Bucks.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Robertson with the steal. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Holiday with it. Now guarded. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh. My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Milwaukee's head coach. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this, and one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Down low. Giannis outside. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Now here is Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Unloads from 13. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's Giannis missing.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Back to Tatum. Into the lane. Out to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Holiday with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Holiday gets the bucket.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
And here is Tatum. Over in the corner, White. Back to Tatum. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Here's Holiday. With 1 on the clock. The kick out to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. This one for 3. Again, Giannis missing.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Porzingis high post. Stolen by Middleton. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Boston trailing. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Robertson outside. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks lead by 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
Milwaukee in the lead. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by White. Offensive rebound. Giannis on the foul.
Boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss, and then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
Outside Tatum. Right a screen. Shot clock at 5. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it.
Giannis showing creativity.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal.
Outside Tatum. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Banked in off the glass. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And an intentional foul right there.
Kristaps Porzingis. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Plenty of space. And a miss there off the inbound. Pass to Tatum. Right a screen. The kick out to Holiday. And Tatum out top the key. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. There's the drive. That one doesn't drop. Bucks leading by 4. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Milwaukee.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, now the question is, how do you scheme this guy? Try to take the ball out of his hands? Bring a second defender? I'm curious to see what they do.
Outside Tatum. Right a screen. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And he hits the jump shot. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And we have an intentional foul there.